What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video out here from Six Flags over Texas. It is currently 4th of July, so the park is decked out in a lot of America red, white, and blue stuff with this photo op, and there will be fireworks tonight. So as we were walking in, there was a sign out front that did say some select attractions would be closing early today because the park does close at 10, but because the fireworks are getting shot off from the oil derrick, they want to keep people safe. So let's go check out all the updates going on around the park. First update over here as we walk into the park, that they have added some new enter and exit signs to this refresh station just to make it look a lot better. First thing we're gonna do is come into the station to look at some of the new merch. They have a great 4th of July section here right when you walk into the Star Mall. This looks great. Something that we're gonna see a lot more when we go over to the Texas section is this new logo for Titan shirts, and I'm not sure what to think of it. I'm glad that they're keeping the name. This basically confirms that they're keeping the name, but on a lot of the other merch items like the poster and this and the frames, they still have the orange and teal and yellow color schemes. Hopefully they switch everything over to the red, white, and blue because I actually really like this logo. Over here at the refresh station next to Aquaman, they have added some more permanent fencing up and some magnetic activated gates, which were also added by the one in the Texas section, which looks great and will help prevent people from going in without talking to the employees working it. So looks great. Looks a lot better than it did before. There were a lot of storms and rain that just passed through, so it is quite windy. So I'm going to throw up on screen right now. As you can see, there are some new ride box update signs. This one says Mr. Freeze is closed for high winds, and they look great. They look a lot better than just Mr. Freeze is closed or nothing. So looks great. Over here, they have moved or added a new caricature stand right next to the Taiyaki soft serve and the Cheetos popcorn. So new spot to get caricatures made. Looks like they're working on repainting a lot of railings over here because all of this whole pathway is caution taped off because of wet paint. So I'm glad that they're making an effort to work on making the park look better, even just a splash of paint on some railings. Once again, there is some more wet paint. It looks like they have painted this fence around the tree and the flower bed, so making things look a lot better. It looks like they have fully repainted the men's bathroom outdoor walls to a different shade of brown, and it looks great. Looks so much cleaner. Doesn't look like they've done the same over to that building over there, but I guess it doesn't really need it. It's a different kind of building, so looks a lot better. Looking over here, they've removed a lot of the fencing and queue space around Abby's, which was moved where Cinnabon is now a couple years ago. But this was open a couple weeks ago, and it was really good with all these fences here. Had really nice traffic flow, but now it's gone. I really hope they aren't like removing this because I really like this. Now I could be wrong here, but it looks like they've either added brand new or completely redone and repainted the fencing along the pathway leading up to Superman and even going past it. And it looks so much more clean. Looks a lot better. It looks like it fits in the vibe with Superman a lot more. As you can see, like I was talking about, these fences go all the way down there. Honestly, it could be to blend in with the repainted Texas Arena a lot better, but it looks so much nicer. So tonight, if you look up to the top of Oil Derrick, you can see that there are some trash bags going over there, and that is because they are shooting fireworks off of the Oil Derrick tonight. It being 4th of July weekend, they are open an hour later than they have been every weekend, so they're open till 10, both today and Saturday, which is amazing. And you guys probably won't be seeing this video until about Sunday, so if you missed the fireworks, sorry, but I'm so excited to see these. That will be shown later in this video at the end, but let's continue checking out all of the updates. Well, I was going to talk about how Flume 2 reopened today with its brand new paint job that you guys can see over there. But it looks like the water is fully drained. Just got off of Flume 1, not Flume 2, because Flume 2 is evacuated. Not exactly sure why. It looked like a quick evacuation though. Just didn't want anyone to see what was going on. But from the first lift of Flume 1, I was able to see that they do have one of the brand new logs from SNS Worldwide sitting in the station, which is probably being tested currently. So I'm excited to hopefully see those logs be implemented on this one and Flume 2 sooner than later. Let's head over to Titan. Over here at this crossing that has never really been open, I've updated you guys on the curb before, but now they have these buffers that say Texas Railroad will return on both sides. So just informing people that Texas Railroad is not done and it will be returning in 2026. It's time to ride Texas's most patriotic roller coaster for 4th of July. And this is the lines I like to see. Pretty much no one here except for a couple train wait. Let's go. Over here at the Titan lockers, it looks like the bins that you used to place your cards in have been replaced with those cardboard boxes that they usually give with brand new ones. So just gotta put your cards in there now. And here's a better look at that brand new design that they have here for Titan. That would be the brand new logo for the ride. And here's the back of that shirt. Has the stats, has the logo in big, it has the drop, which is interesting because they have taken what looks to be almost a recent picture maybe, and they used the orange train but recolored it to red with the new Titan, or with the old Titan logo on the front to make it look and match with the ride. So I kind of like the design, just fix this. It also looks like they are selling the orange and teal nano coasters again, which are very outdated, but hopefully they get some new ones in stock with the new colors. Over here at New Texas Giant, since I was last here, they were able to get red train back on the track, which means they were able to return to 2-train operations. But that does sadly mean that the ride is back to slowing down at the top of the lift to a very slow crawl like it was doing earlier this summer. They stopped doing it for a little while, but they are now back to doing it, and it just makes the ride cycle slower, which does help operations, I guess, or it makes it look like it helps operations, but I mean, it just gives them more time to not go as fast as they really should. But it's still running well. I mean, it doesn't do that much of a change, but they are also still trimming on the mid-course, I believe. Yeah, they're still trimming on that mid-course. So New Texas Giant will probably be stuck like that until probably around September. If anything changes, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. And only about 45 minutes later, Flume 1 has reopened, full water in the trough. We are good to go. Let's take a ride on Flume 1. First time in many months. So Flume 1 fail number 2 of the day. The ride did just trouble light. Basically, there is a whole new control system on the ride that stops boats on each of the lifts, and it acts like block zones. So as you can see, there's a boat stopped up there on the lift, but this gives a whole new perspective at what Spain is looking like right now. It doesn't really look like much has been going on over in this area of Spain, but you can see there is a footer, and it looks like it is for one of these light poles that has been probably taken down from El Diablo, or that is a footer from El Diablo, because this is right where El Diablo stood, right over here. So as construction progresses, you will be able to see a lot more from Flume 1 and a lot from over here. Looks like they've added one of these new fences to just spice up and make the area look a lot nicer than it does right now. And yeah, there is Conquistador kind of just sitting there, hasn't cycled for a while. A lot of the lights are still on, but no movement over there. So that is Giga update number 1 for the day. But yeah, as you can kind of see, boats are stopped over there, and the trough has drained a considerable amount. Usually boats should be sitting on that track before being let loose into the trough, but there is no water up there. So if they let the boat go, it'll literally just slide right into this wall, which obviously they're not gonna do. They're draining the water currently to just make it safer for an evacuation. And over here are some of the new pictures for the log flume. They look really fun. I think they have something very similar at some of the other parks, like Six Flags Great Adventure, but it looks great over here. Looks like they did have to push back some of these fences just to make it so you can walk through here, because it was closed right back there. But these are not painted for the Giga Dive, so they either are gonna do that or they're just gonna leave it. There are also a lot of markers around this area, with one back there that I just showed you guys, a couple over by this building, and more by this building. So I'm assuming that these are all for the Giga Dive, but this one looks like it's been here for quite a while. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Excited for this upcoming year. And the Mexico section has opened up, so we are able to take a look at this Giga Dive track. Nothing much has changed, but over here, the Teacups La Fiesta de las Tazas has closed. I heard there's a pretty big issue with it earlier that's causing it to shut down for the unforeseeable future. Whenever this reopens, I will let you guys know, but as you can see, there's no one on site over here. So, interesting. I believe this has been here for a little while, but there are some new like enter to win games for the Texas Rangers out here. I believe this used to be a caricature stand. I could be wrong, but these are now some enter to win games. One of the new locations I actually haven't seen open for quite a while is Primo's Pizzeria here in the French section of the park. The very loud music in here, but there's like pizza and some snacks up there. So that's good. I'm glad that they're getting this open. As you guys just saw, they have been working on getting the sand outside of JB's working with the turkey legs. But now we are taking a ride here on Runaway Mountain because it doesn't look like it has much of a line right now. Here we go. Just got off of Runaway Mountain. It looks like I got on it at a good time because now the line is out of the tunnel. It's actually really intense on those last couple of helixes, but other than that, that one drop is really fun. And it looks like Mr. Freeze's sign has been changed to technical difficulties, so I have a slight thought that this will not be opening today, sadly, but if it does, I will be rushing over here because I really want to get a ride on this. All the people just sitting down on the ground, waiting for fireworks to start. They still have about 30 minutes before they start, but yeah, let's go. They also have a jazz band out here, which looks to be the Texas All-Stars Jazz Band, which is really cool. I think I have a friend in this band actually, which is really awesome. Let's go. I just got off a ride with a fellow coaster enthusiast here at the park, but now we're heading over to the best spot in the park to watch the fireworks, which are being launched off in the oil there in approximately 3 minutes. Just got off of a ride here on New Texas Giant after watching the 4th of July fireworks show here at the park. It was a really fun show this year. There were several misfires you could kind of see if you were watching here in person. One of the fireworks kind of exploded in the tower, but I'm sure it's fine. It's pretty much a full metal tower. But I did want to compliment the New Texas Giant crew. They are rolling trains tonight because they have 4 people on platform, 2 people checking the back half, 2 people checking the front half, and it is making those operations super quick, super fast, which is amazing. So one more quick update before my phone dies. Both the photo booth and the Batman lockers have been taken out, and there's just these poles sitting here with nothing attached to it. So they'll probably, they could be replacing the lockers and putting free lockers and making Batman loose, like no loose articles. That's like what Hulk has at Islands of Adventure. That's what they could be doing, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's going to do it for today's video, full of action-packed updates. So editor Josh here, I went to the park the next day. I got to see a couple more updates for you guys that I wasn't able to see what you just watched, so let's cut to that right now. We are back out here. It is the next day. It is July 5th. They are doing fireworks again tonight, which is also why I'm out here. One update that was not here yesterday, what they've done this morning, is that this entire fence all the way down there and all the way up to Judge Roy has been painted. Even these light poles have also been painted. So great park improvements happening. So something really strange going on at Mr. Freeze today is that every time the front locking pin on side A unlocks for this train to move over, side B's restraints unlock and then lock again. Oh yeah. They're unlocked. And then they're locked. There's no one at this panel controlling that, so there's some connection in between that front locking pin and the restraints, so we're not really sure what's causing it, especially when there's no one in that panel. Well, I came over here to check on El Aserradero, but it is entirely closed. Both flumes are closed, which is a little interesting. Hopefully they reopen later, because there are people on the station and it says technical difficulties, so we'll just have to wait and see. So someone left this gate open, which is a great opportunity to take a look back there. Not sure why guests are back there. That is not a walkway, but you are able to see there are some new log flume logs back there that are just being stored back there. So hopefully those get put on soon. Let's go ride Titan. Over here in the Mexico section of the park, they have some new tables, chairs, and umbrellas set up around this gazebo. There will be performances here later this summer, I believe. So these are just to listen and watch the performances as they go on. Great addition. Since the park was expecting some rain earlier, they took a train off, and you can see out there, it is not raining currently, so we have about a 4-minute wait before we can get on the next train, which is terrible.
Enjoy your ride here on the road, my friend. If you enjoyed your ride, let me hear you make some noise.
One of the biggest updates over here at Superman is that they have, or I guess had, all 3 towers running at once this morning. There goes Red Tower, and then you can see Yellow Tower up there. Looks like Blue Tower has closed, but I did see that this morning online that there was 3 towers running at once. You don't get that duel very often here at Superman, so it's really nice to see that even just 2 towers are running at once. It's awesome. Well, it doesn't look like Flume 2 is going to be opening today, so that will be fail number 3 for this video. Looks like we'll have to come back another time to get on the new and improved Flume 2. Sad to see it fully drained, no water going anywhere, and the station is empty. There's just logs just sitting there, so we'll have to come back another time. And one more quick update before I head out. There are some more Giga dive track pieces. If you look right there, there are some magnetic brakes on that track piece, which look so good. I'm super excited to see all of these track pieces get put up in the air. And there are also some materials for catwalks back there. As you can see, there's some right there, especially. I believe those are catwalks that will run alongside the top and the lift hill and stuff. But that's gonna do it for today's Giga Dive update. There are some other tracks out there, all the way out by Titan, but I'm not gonna head out there because it's pretty far out there and it's pretty alone out there. And there's no fences blocking it, so I don't wanna get in trouble. But that's gonna do it for today's video, full of action-packed updates. My phone is about to die, so I won't be able to vlog the rest of the night rides from tonight since the park is open a good 45 more minutes. But if you'd like to watch more, click on screen. And if you'd like to subscribe, click there. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day. See ya.